story of the migration. Thousands of wildebeest are coming across this river. Here they go. Thousands of wildebeest coming across the river, everybody. Probably, I don't know, maybe 10,000 already have gone across, and now they're streaming in. This is the biggest crossing I've ever seen. And what I'm going to get Hendry to do is just pan as they get into the river and quickly show them how many have gone off the other side there, Hendry. Look at this. Look at them all. Thousands of them streaming across the plains there. All right, let's go back to the water. I don't know how many there are there, but thousands certainly. Please ask us questions. Tell us what you think. This is one of the greatest spectacles on planet Earth. You won't see anything like this anywhere else in the world. It really is quite astounding. Look, they're streaming out of the woodlands. This is brilliant. There doesn't seem to be any crocodile activity here, which is quite strange, but it's why they're crossing. This is why they're crossing. Those great big idiot crocodiles at the other place, waiting for nothing. And I'm just keeping an eye on the water to see. And you can hear them making their wonderful noises, their canoeing noises. And the water's deep here. This is probably why the crocs aren't here. Oh, this is just fantastic, everyone. I thought I saw a crocodile stick its head out of the water. And the canoe noises apparently are wonderfully easy to hear. Oh, this is special. Here's a lion. There's a lion right next to us. Watch this. We're about to see a kill. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say, everyone. Look, look, look. Look at this. She doesn't know how to make her mind up. She doesn't know what to kill. There's still thousands of them coming out of the water. Sorry, please excuse the clicking of the camera, everyone. We're trying to get a couple of good photographs here as well. Here she's now hiding. The wildebeest coming right past us now. I don't know where to look. This is just too astounding for words. There's the lion still there. Here we go. Look at this. Lion kill live at the crossing. She's got it. She's got it. She's got it by the throat. People, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. My heart is absolutely pounding. This was the... Oh. And I'm not going to ask Hendry to move the camera, but there's another lonely wildebeest coming from the left, which is strange. That's not where they're crossing from. Now they've all gone back up onto the other side. Oh, that poor thing. Everybody, I know there may be some sensitive viewers watching, and I'm sorry, but their lion does have to eat. It's a very well-fed lioness, I must tell you. But see how the rest of them have now stopped crossing. Hey? That was quite something. Hendry, how do you feel? Woo! I think we'll pack up and go home. We've seen a crossing and a kill in about 10 minutes. That's unbelievable. They're coming back down towards the river now, everybody. This is incredible. They're so intent on getting across the water, and probably now, because they can't see any crocs in the water, and that lioness is just finishing off the killing of that little zebra. Not zebra, it's a wildebeest, isn't it? Oh dear. I'm utterly speechless. That's not working. So everybody, you've just seen one of the greatest spectacles in the natural world on this incredible planet of ours. This is why we came here. We came here to see the wildebeest crossing the Mara River. We came here to see the crocodiles. We came here to see the lions. And in this sighting, on this brief 20 minutes that we've been here, we've seen it all. I'm almost unable to speak. I think I've just pulled my earphones out. No, I haven't. Can't hear anything. I don't know where the final control is. I can't hear them right now. But my goodness, that was something else. Let's just take a deep breath, everyone. You know, they say coming here is a spiritual experience. Well, I got to tell you, this is the greatest spiritual experience than I've ever had. An endless arena of activity and action, life, death, tragedy, triumph, comedy. It all happens right here in this unspeakably beautiful land. There's another lion behind us. There's another lion coming straight towards us. Just stay where you are. There's, in fact, there are two of them. Hendry can't spin that far around, everybody. I'm just going to keep an eye out for them. I think we're going to have a feeding site here fairly soon, and I think that's why those wildebeest are nervous to come across here. There are two more lions behind us coming this way. It's too wonderful. We're just trying to connect again with our final control. Many of you will be trying to send comments, I'm sure, sharing your impressions of what we've just seen here. Unfortunately, things are a little difficult at the moment technically, trying to get hold of them. We seem to have an internet connectivity issue. That's not a problem for us, though. Whew. I think we're going to connect now. Please do send your comments and questions to the final control. They will read them through to us, and we'll hear your impressions of this unspeakable sighting we've just seen. Ooh, listen, that wildebeest is still alive, Hendry. Right, there we are. I'm back in with them. The wildebeest is still alive, everyone. And this is what happens. You see, they close off the windpipe. What happens is, I know this is difficult for some people, but just appreciate it for what it is. The lion has to eat. There are other lions coming in. They too have to eat. And it will be over fairly soon. That wildebeest won't be feeling anything. It will be so filled with adrenaline, it won't feel a thing. But what happens is, while we thought it was dead, she closed off the windpipe. That, of course, will eventually result in an unconsciousness. Then, of course, if the wildebeest isn't dead just yet, what happens is that consciousness comes back. They start to breathe again, and that's what's happened here. And there are thousands of wildebeest now massing the other side, thinking about coming across this way. Good grief. As I said, tragedy, triumph, beauty, comedy. Not much comedy here right now, but there will be later. Wildebeest are normally fairly comedic. Whew. I'm absolutely breathless. It's the greatest wildlife spectacle I've ever seen. Now, we are going to be here, as I said, 3 o'clock Central African time, 4 o'clock East African time. We're going to follow probably the Kichwatembo pride as they hunt later on tonight. But we're going to stay right here for now, I think. And we'll see what unfolds here. Okay, we're just waiting here. We're not going to go off live now. We're just having a quick discussion with the directors. about whether we should stay live or not, or go perhaps to a topee sighting. I suggested the topee sighting to the directors, and one of them clipped me swiftly over the back of the head. So I think that means that we're going to stay here with these lions, and the other lions are coming in. They are hidden from this lioness and the wildebeest by the number of cars that there are here, but they are coming in from the other side. We have been so lucky here. You cannot believe how lucky we've been. There we go. I think the wildebeest is dead now, everyone. I think. I've said that before and come horribly unstuck. Now, in this very area, we might be very lucky. It's not quite dead yet. We might be very lucky. This is where we saw Scarface, the great big male lion. Maybe he'll come in. This was one of the prides I think he dominated, or maybe still does. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the lions a bit later. I've heard a lot more about them today. I cannot actually believe what we just witnessed. If you have just joined us, these wildebeest came streaming across this water. They decided on this crossing point because there were no crocodiles in the deep, and they got across. Thousands of them are now massing on the plains beyond, going to eat the sweet green grass of the Mara Triangle. That's where we are right now. Then, suddenly, somebody said next in one of the vehicles next to us, "Lion, lion," and a lion came out, and she stood, and the wildebeest streamed on either side of her. And almost the very last wildebeest to come out in this crossing, she grabbed. She made one attempt and failed, and then she got this one. And we haven't managed to show you the other two yet. There are two lionesses behind us. They can't see her. Good grief, look at this. And Deb, you say you can't believe she took it down by herself. Well, look at her. She's having a drink. She's exhausted by the whole thing. And that's why she's having a drink. Goodness gracious me. Oh, Genre, there's a purple heron. If you're interested. That's not a bird you see every day. Hello, Timothy. You, unfortunately, well, for you, now live in Los Angeles, and you were a former guide in the Mara, and you say this is very informative. Timothy, it's great to have a veteran of this area joining us. I am not a veteran by any stretch of the imagination. Any insights you wish to share, I would love to hear from you. It's been a real eye-opener being in this unspeakably wonderful wilderness, and so to hear from a veteran is really great stuff. Thank you for getting hold of us, Timothy. Right, so what's going to happen now, I imagine, is that these lions will probably eat for a while. I think the others, once these vehicles clear up, will eat here. And I'm just saying thank you to the guy next to us. He, as we went down to another crossing, said he's just heard that they're crossing here, and indeed they did. Goodness gracious me. Sorry everyone, that wasn't a purple heron, it was a rufous-bellied heron, for those of you who were worried that I'd got it wrong. A rufous-bellied heron is what just flew over. I imagine, though, my identification of the bird fairly irrelevant compared with what we've just witnessed. Here's the other lion, Hendry. She's just next to the sign that says, "Do not alight from your car." This is why you mustn't alight from your car in the Mara Triangle. There's a lion next to the sign that says, "Do not alight from your car." That is a very good warning. That is such a classic picture. Andre, you see that? It says, "Don't get out of the car." It's very important. She's coming to have a drink right next to the car here. I'm going to sit down here and take a picture while Hendry tries to film her for you. Hello, Mrs. Lion. You may hear the machine gun fire of lenses clicking at these lions. Most of them coming from Graham Wallington, sitting behind me. He's in possession of a very large lens, which he is wafting about the place with great enthusiasm. This is just too special. Now, Zia, you're wondering if the lion will hunt me if I get any closer. Zia, I could not really be closer. These lions are pretty much sitting, well, they're about 3 feet from the front of the car. They're having a wonderful drink where they are now, and they wouldn't hunt us, no. They're no interest in hunting human beings at all. They've got wildebeest to eat. They'll be very satisfied with eating those, I think. Isn't that wonderful? This is too beautiful, everybody. Too beautiful. Now, lions, they will tell you, are relatively relatively independent of water, and they can be. But you can see if they're thirsty, goodness, they will drink. I'm just going to take a few pictures here. Gosh, she's almost, she's only about 4 feet from me. Just the most beautiful shots. Let's see if we can, Hendry, can you get tight in on her feet there? Which foot? Her right foot or left foot, doesn't matter. I just think they're rather impressive. The size of those claws. Now she will go and share in the meal, I'm sure, because the other lion has gone back to the kill, Hendry. I can't see from here. She seems to have wandered off. It's very strange. Might be, you know what, these lions have got so much to eat at the moment, and they've got so much to eat because of this migration. Some of them, wildebeest and zebra, just die of natural causes. They're pretty easy to catch quite a lot of the time because, well, there's just so many of them. And I think these lions eat so much at this time of the year that half the time they leave the carcasses they kill. And many of you will have house cats. You know that house cats love to catch things to eat, or not catch things to eat, they love to play with things. And I think what you'll find is it's a bit like, when a house cat sees a mouse run past, or sort of a toy or a ball of wool, they're unable to stop themselves. Jose, you say these are really beautiful animals. They are beyond speech, Jose. I have just experienced the greatest wildlife experience of my life. Now, Jose and everyone else who's watching on Facebook, we're going to end the stream in about 2 minutes. Then we're going to go live again on Safari Live. And it's going to be an astounding show. We go live at 4 o'clock East African time, and then at 3 o'clock Central African time, so that's in a few minutes' time. Now they're all moving towards the kill now, and I'm just keeping an eye out, all scanning around the horizon here, hoping to see Scarface, the big male lion. Maybe he'll come back in here. All right, everyone, we're going to wrap it up from here. You've witnessed with me and with Safari Live, one of the greatest wildlife spectacles you could ever hope to see on planet Earth. The wildebeest migration followed by a lion king kill in the Mara Triangle. I'm sorry for being slightly tongue-tied. I am still breathless and amazed by the things we've seen here. Join us in a few minutes on the main stream, and we're going to continue this incredible drama. See you there.